You see men fall, don't laugh. Learn. Learn. Because you're on your way up. And the things that tempt people to fall, you and I are not free from that temptation, nor from the weakness that will cause us to stumble and fall. When you laugh at somebody else's fall, white or black, rich or poor, your enemy or your friend, you are laughing and opening a way for your own demise when you do that. Because to laugh and not learn, to make mockery and not to understand, is to make the same mistake yourself. Did you hear me?
Peace. Kofa, G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment. Wake your glass up. What's going on, y'all? Happy Thursday. Today is November 6, 2025. The time is now 7:31 p.m. That is Eastern Standard Time in the lovely city of Atlanta, Georgia. I appreciate everybody being in here. Once again, I am your humble host, Kofa, K-O-F-A, not coffee, not kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa, easy to say, easy to spell. Again, this is G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment, where GROW stands for Gentlemen Reaching Our Wealth Through Healing, and this is where we help men find a positive fuck it. Go ahead and get the general housekeeping out the way. You see the Cash App, you see the PayPal on the screen. You know how to use Super Chat, Super Stickers. You've been in these YouTube streets long enough. If you don't want to donate monetarily, you can also go snag your hoodies, your other merch from growtalkent.com. Somebody put it in the chat for me. That's growtalkent.com. But if you don't want to donate monetarily, what you will do is hit the like button.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Take your shoes off when you come in my house. The like button is free. Helps your boy stay in the algorithm, helps the channel to grow, all that jazz. Like I said, you've been in these YouTube streets long enough. You know how things go. Hit the like button when you come in. If you find yourself watching and you're about to exit, double check one more time and hit the like button. Y'all can go ahead and subscribe if you're a new viewer. Go ahead and shout out the replay gang. If there is anybody that's going to replay and rewatch this, I appreciate everybody. Let's go ahead and get Randy out the way. Thank you all for being in here.
It feels so lovely to be here tonight. What a beautiful, give yourselves a round of applause. You're so lovely. Everyone's so lovely. And
back on me. We're going to get the general housekeeping out of the way, continue on with that, get my shout outs out of the way. Then we'll go into the spiel. Salute, Thelonious. Appreciate you being in here. Says Kofa, Malika, chat room, honor and peace to you. Peace to you, good brother. Peace to brother Malika for being in here. Oh, there we go. Appreciate you being in here as always, good brother. Salute the nephew, LX. I appreciate you being in here, good brother. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Chelonia says classes in session. Yes, I'm substitute teacher because we take it from Kevin and we're gonna take some from Obsidian. Brother Jose in the building. Great evening, everybody. Hope everybody's doing great. Salute to you. Go ahead and hit BT with it.
These last $2.
Hit me with the $2 old school like he used to do, making me read. But I do have YouTube open. But I'm going to go ahead and read the character. Pair character turning around, waving his hand, saying, hey you, while lowering his glasses. Salute, good brother. BT says, what's up, Kofa and chat? Thank you all for being in here. And let's see who else we got. Let me see. Emperor, big brother Kofa, salute to you, good bro. He said, let's cook. RP Marshawn Nealon. I just saw that earlier. He would have benefited from watching your channel, bro. I don't take that lightly, dog. Thank you.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Damn, bro. Y'all almost shed a tear, bro. If I'm hitting y'all like that, man, I hope I continue to grow and don't let y'all down. Salute from the Black Couch. I was about to say I was reading both at the same time. From the Black Couch. Salute, good brother. I appreciate you being in here. Caught you live the other day for a good little minute. Been catching some of your shorts too, man. Keep on cooking. Appreciate that, BT. there goes the website information right there. Y'all can go ahead and log on. Get you, like I said, get your hoodies, get your coffee mugs, stuff like that. I know I had promised a new coffee mug. That's when my kids got sick and that kind of threw me off. Now I'm behind catching up on schoolwork. So it is what it is. Salute to Theo Woff, Theo University in class 7. Let me see. Del Monte in the building. Bruh, did you get my email with the AWS stuff? Shouting out class 7 with all the cloud info. Just drop it in the chat if you did, or shoot me a IG message or text, whatever. I just want to make sure you got it. But y'all see the thumbnail tonight. Salute to brother Mumia Obsidian Ali. Some people don't like him at all. Some are detractors. Some love him. I don't have no problem with the brother. Me and him have always gotten along, whether it was a short text message, a quick phone call, whatever the case. Seeing him at the Black Manosphere Conclave, or me just jumping in his chat. So him and Kevin Samuels had a conversation shortly before Kevin passed, and he was telling him, you know, bruh, a lot of this stuff you need to put in the written form. Mumia Obsidian talking to Kevin. You need to put this stuff in written form. Kevin comes back, says, hey man, you should write the book. That's your thing. You know, Obsidian's on like book, I think this is his 4th book, matter of fact. So he came with the Gospel of St. Kevin. Let me go ahead and bring that up on screen real quick. There we go. So he was selling these at the Black Manosphere Conclave, but I had bought everything else up and trying to foresee the future, knowing there could be a possible government shutdown. I didn't get one yet, but I am going to get one. But you see, he wrote it. He designed the book somewhat like a King James Bible, because, you know, cater to your audience. You know, most people are Christians in this country, including brothers in the chat in the Red Pill Manosphere men-centric content space. But this is the book right here. I got the digital version on Apple Books. It says the Gospel of St. Kevin Samuels, as told by Mumia Obsidian Ali. I was about to say something else because I know another Kevin and his last name. Anyways, the Gospel of St. Kevin Samuels. So we'll be reading from that tonight. I'm just going to read the first. Matter of fact, let me go ahead and get over to the list of the high value man portion, because that's what I kind of wanted to focus on tonight. And where are we at? Is this it? No, I think we ahead one. Move me out the way. Here we are. All right, cool. We're going to bring it back on me. We'll get back to that in a second. So yes, we're going to be doing some reading tonight. So Obsidian writes the book. First chapter of the book is the high value man. And as Obsidian leans toward, this is one of Kevin's most controversial topics. Contrary to popular belief, it was not, is not the average at best. I think that's what kind of polarized him. But even now, I'm watching panels, podcasts, the back and forth, and people are still speaking toward, well, y'all think y'all high value man. So the question may be, Kofa, why are you doing this again? Because I'm going to re-show that Kevin video. I've showed it at least 2 or 3 times on this channel. And I've tried to break it down in written form. And I know I'm not that big of a YouTuber. I'm not even on most people's radar. It is what it is. But I will continue to have this conversation about what Kevin actually said, as long as y'all can have, as BT and as TJ can say, these dick and pussy conversations.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
As long as we can ping pong back and forth and talk about relationships and what men don't do and what women don't do and what the men need to be doing and what the women need to be doing, and modern versus traditional. If we can do this night in, night out, in short, like I said last time, if y'all can keep the red pill, manosphere, black manosphere, men-centric content space, dick in your throat, because y'all constantly talking about us and gleaning off the topics that started from this space. If you can do that night in, night out, and blow up a channel, not saying nobody else didn't work on YouTube, but if you could take these topics, I can beat this shit into your head. Because there's nothing wrong with men setting goals. There's nothing wrong with men working to that. The second video to this, so this is going to lay the foundation. Saturday, we're going to be talking about you've already been him. H-E-M, a higher evolved man. You've already been that guy. as downtrodden, as beaten as you think you might be, you've already been him. This is the foundation work that you're going to be a better version of him, but you've already been him, brothers. But I wanted to focus on this high value point because people are still misconstruing it. Everybody's still just talking about the money, the six figures, and six figures ain't what it used to be. And now six figures ain't shit. And then, oh, a man says he makes six figures. I done seen those memes, and they put up, oh, he makes 120, and then, you know, what he actually net is like 103. So those are the six figures. That's barely doing it. Heard the argument. And as you'll hear Kevin say in the video, as Obsidian wrote in the book, these are not Kevin Samuels's concepts. This shit been since the 80s. We've been getting preached to as men in general, black, white, Hispanic, otherwise, I don't care. In America, we've been getting preached to of what a high value man was. Kevin may have popularized the term, but the women have always stayed on somebody tall, somebody fit, the money, what he should be doing. Y'all like visibility. This is why so many women clamor about the popular hood guy. They know they're never going to get an NBA player, but it's a group of women that want that NBA player that may actually have access to him. The average everyday woman is just going to deal with the popular dope boy that's buying sections at the club. He might be rubbing shoulders with a couple of rappers or somebody else. In short, they want a man that has a connection to a group. We'll explain. Let me go ahead and get to y'all comments. Then, no, BT. I don't know why. I don't know. Cameron was good before. And to BT's point, he mentioned something to me earlier that, you know, bro, I'm surprised you didn't get Obsidian for this. And I was telling them, yeah, I thought about it, but the reason why, because I still don't trust my equipment. I don't want to bring on guests right now and my computer might freeze. I don't want to struggle stream. I know it's a running joke, and I've seen bigger platforms than myself struggle stream and all that for their various reasons. But right now, I don't trust my equipment. This is a computer that I use for entertainment when I want to watch a movie, while I'm smoking a cigar. If it's too early in the day, like my my garage theater, if it's too early in the day, it's too bright in the garage. I can't see the TV. So I might be watching a movie on here. I might be watching YouTube on here. I might be working on the show on here. And I also record on this computer. This is also the computer that I do my cloud studies and work on. So I have a lot of space that I need to clear up. But the best thing for me is going to be to get another computer. But right now, the boy ain't got it. It is what it is. I'm not going to pretend like I'm balling out of control when I got bills to pay in the fucking house I own.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
And that is what you call adulting. Anyway, still him. But to BT's point, yeah, I might be buffering, bro. The computer was getting a little bit overheated earlier. Let me see. I got your super chat. Let me keep scrolling. Got Malika. I know I heard some more comments came in. Y'all are probably speaking to each other. Jose says, very well put. I got to give it to you. I appreciate it, good brother. LX says, I got my signed book right next to me. We're going to be starting. So you can read along, LX. You can read along tonight with your actual physical copy. Diamante says, shenanigans. Oh, you ready to get into the shenanigans? Let's see. Jose says, you're on point right there. My dad taught me. Kevin Samuels preached, perfected it.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Durf boy in the building. Salute, good brother. I appreciate you. BT says, your stream looks better than most. Keep cooking. I appreciate it, bro. All right, cool. Let's keep on rolling. Let me bring this comment down. I don't know why this does that. Saves it. So we're going to start out with a video that I saw from Ice Cube, and I think it goes to this point. And the reason why I want to keep having this high value / him conversation is because a lot of brothers, you're already doing the work, bro. You may be doing it on an average or basic level or whatever the case may be, but you're already doing the work. You're already doing the work. You're already taking the steps. You have a network of guys that you're working with to build something. Ice Cube's going to talk about bosses cutting checks. You've already loaned money, given away money, ensured somebody else was taken care of. So you're doing the things that a leader, that a quote unquote boss, prefer the term leader, does. It's just from your vantage point. Now that you realize that, once I get brothers to realize that, then we can scale up. That includes myself. I have goals and aspirations too. I'm nowhere near where I would like to be. But again, this is where we're at. Hold on real quick. Let me, matter of fact, while that plays, let y'all listen to Cube real quick.
The reason you're here right now is because the term high value man.
If you ain't ready to put 5 years of grind into anything without making a quarter,
right?
Don't even start.
Right.
Don't even start, because sometimes it takes that long to get over the hump because they're not ready to put in that work. A lot of people want checks, but bosses cut checks. You got to realize, you know, we want the money, but we also got to use the money to make the money. It's really about having that mentality that you ready to work. You know what I'm saying? Because that's what it's really all about. It's not the reward come when you get down and you get on your grind. If you do not complain about what you didn't get from the work you didn't put in.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Don't complain about what you didn't get from the work you didn't put in. I'm gonna hit Cube one more time, bro.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Go ahead and get this super chat from BT. He said, let me get my drop before you get into it. I appreciate that. $6.23. Bruh, I appreciate that. Let me go ahead. Let me see if we can run it tonight.
I'ma just bless her, I chew. Baby girl, you with the winners, how could you lose? Like her too, many different flavors, how can I choose?
You running in the wrong direction, ma.
Back on me. Appreciate I could help you out, BT. But had to take myself off camera, had to go over there and turn on the lights. I realized they weren't on. Let me see. Who else we got in here commenting? Diamante says, my shit got relayed drastically. Okay, bro, we'll talk. Jose says, I've helped many people hang out with people, and you have to come and future. You have a common future with. I get it. You know how it is. Yes. I've helped many people, hung out with many people. You have to have people that you have a common future with. Yeah, I get what you're saying, Jose. But yes, back to Cube. So I wanted to play that real quick. Why? Because that's one of those foundational pieces of becoming a high value man. You're going to do a lot of work that people are not going to see. They are not going to appreciate. Some are going to be detractors. They're going to talk down on you just because you're doing something differently than what they're used to from you. How they view the community at large and what other guys are doing. Well, I seen so-and-so get out there and hustle like this. Well, my boy started a car wash and he da-da-da-da. That may not be your road, bro. Your road may be, bring it back to Kofa, sitting your ass down, studying some cloud technology that you may not lock in for another 6 months. Somebody else may make a quick hustle like that. So I don't want brothers starting to tear down themselves. I want you to start rebuilding yourself if you've already torn down yourself, because negative self-talk, right? Salute to the new subscriber, Smoker Talk. Oh, Smoker Talk came through. I thought y'all was already here, but I know you were back and forth and moving, bro. But I appreciate you good, brother. I'm very grateful. But I don't want you to start using negative self-talk because you're not at a space where everybody else said you should be. At the age they say you should be. At the time frame you should be. Because many of us were on a trajectory up. We didn't realize it because it didn't look like popping bottles at the club. And now the club scene is fucking dying. So we got caught up in some of that shit that's gone away. You know, everybody got a fucking good memory, but don't got shit to show from it. A lot of these ex-club owners, they done went from the club to the restaurant and they can't keep a business open because they do what's trendy, what's popular. the foundational piece for high value men and the things that brothers are trying to do, these are going to expand years. This is for our children's children. This isn't for you to tell some cool ass story on the internet or to make a post. So set the goal, be intentional. Again, like Cube said, don't complain about what you don't get from the work you didn't do.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Let me get y'all comments. We're going to start the video with Kevin, and I'm going to read a little bit. Yes, let me see. Where my damn drop at? Yeah, we're going to read. I think.
Read? Yeah, motherfucker. I ain't no criminal. I can't read, bitch.
Yeah, so we're going to read tonight. Let me see. Get to these comments. Smoker Talk says, "What's up, y'all? Be more in the building. Salute, good brother. I appreciate it." Let me see. Keep on scrolling. Jose says, "My dad always taught me you have to put in that work. Once I learned that, that's when I started going for it." You have to put in the work, bro. I don't know how. Don't get caught up in the shortcuts that everybody is doing, because you can't shortcut the shortcuts. When you're putting in the work, you're gonna learn how to maneuver around and step over certain hurdles and stepping stones, and maybe jump up 2 steps ahead because you're actually doing the work. But those people like me and BT say, when we're talking, they be trying to shortcut the shortcut. They always end up back at square one. I'm about to say square one. They end up starting over. They end up starting from zero. They look like they're ahead, but that's when that dope ass car get fucking repossessed. That's when they shit out on the curb from that fly ass crib because they couldn't keep up with their high payments because they wanted somebody to see them. I don't want you to feel better. I want you to be better, because when you are better, you're going to feel better. Go through that hell and high water, what that shit don't look like for everybody else. You're going to be the one to come out on top at the end. Let me see. Brother Malika says, "Kofa, I believe and follow this affirmation. Work hard in silence. Let your success be the noise."
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Jose says, "I don't want to be anywhere where I'm not wanted. I don't chase, I replace."
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Salute to you and Brother Malika. Let me see. BT says, "How many spots in ATL shut down trying to be trendy?"
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Throw up some neon lights and some grass on the wall and we lit and got the same fucking chicken and waffles. And I'm not shitting on anybody, but one thing that has stayed consistent, I don't care how many times y'all sell chicken and waffles. This is specifically for ATL. We just gonna stop right now. Atlanta, Georgia, and all black owned restaurants. I don't care how many times you remix Red Velvet chicken and waffles. Your customer service has to be on point. I will attend your establishment. I don't want a club. I don't want hookah. I don't want bitches twerking on the table. But that's why y'all restaurants keep fucking shutting down. And I've been here long enough that I can say shit about the ATL. I've been here since 2010, 15 years. I've been seeing the same shit, and the customer service got worse and worse and worse. And you wonder why brothers that are becoming high value men that realize he's been him, starting to venture out to Kennesaw, Buckhead, further on up north, Woodstock, and we not attending that shit. Y'all could keep the same crowd. Enjoy. I just won't be there till that customer service get right. Let's keep on going. From the Black Couch with $10, he says, "No matter what stage of life, always guard your peace, gentlemen."
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Let me see. What we gonna do? $10.
People call me the fundraiser. They call me that because that's what I do. I raise funds. I get my money up.
Back on me. I appreciate that from the Black Couch. Let's see. Jose says, "Exactly. I could, at the end of the day, you will come out better. You got to put in the work. Indeed. Del Monte says, just get a Crown Vic and call it a day. But like I said, shortcuts, instant gratification, and fast transactions never bring lasting and official, I like that word, official results.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
There's BT naming himself again, Kennesaw Kobe. Anywho, let's get to cooking. Let's get into KS. Where we at? Nope, that's not it. There we go.
Be everywhere. Full disclosure, I didn't create the term, guys. High Value Man has been with us for a long time. I have just put my own unique spin on it and kind of popularized it, and it has kind of gone viral. But here's the thing. So many people are talking about high value this, high value that. And many times they're actually talking about me and saying as though, well, Kevin said this or Kevin said that. And many people are getting it 100% wrong. So in an attempt to make sense of all this, I want to give you guys the simple 6 basic principles that I define as being high value. Now, again, you don't have to agree with what I'm saying, but this is what I'm talking about when I'm saying a high value man. So your mileage may vary, your opinion is your opinion, but when I'm talking about it, this is what I'm talking about. So let's get it started. First of all, let's go over some basic definitions. High, great, greater than normal in quantity, size, or intensity. Value, the regard of something held to deserve, the importance, worth, or usefulness of something. And man, an adult human male. So when you put all that together, what do you have? An adult human male that's greater than normal importance or usefulness to what? The group. Basically,
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
We can almost end the stream there. Him defining each word alone, then putting the definitions together, should sum up a lot of questions, a lot of pushback, a lot of angst that this brother has gotten before and after he passed. Somebody that's above average, an above average adult male worth something to their group and whatever it, and you get the remix. He just told you, I didn't come up with this. I just sprinkled some of me on it. That's it. Like I tell you, I had to sprinkle some Kofa on it. But again, he took something foundational that started back in the 80s and put his own spin on it. I use the Bruce Lee quote all the time. Y'all done heard it. Take what's valuable, add what's uniquely your own, and discard the rest. If you can't use it, you can't use it. If it don't apply, let it fly. But you take something valuable and you add something that's uniquely your own. That's all he did, was put his own spin on it. But the money has always been there. The usefulness for the group has always been there. We're going to expand on it. It's 6 things. We're going to get through them all tonight. How long we been cooking? We ain't even been on 30 minutes. So I should be able to knock this out in the next hour. Let's go ahead. I'm gonna let him get through number 1, and then we're gonna read a little bit.
Economic principle states that the value of something is what a market is willing to pay for it. The value is determined by what? The market. And when we're talking about individuals, the market is other people, men or women. So a high value man is completely determined by the market. Case in point, you can have a vehicle, a home, anything in your possession. You can hold it dear. It could be supremely important to you. But when you put it on the market decides. And there's an upper limit and a lower limit. It doesn't really matter if you think the low is too low or the high is not high enough. That's what the market is willing to pay for it, and that is its overall value. That has been with us forever. So when we start talking about that, we're dealing with people. It really throws people off because it seems so cold, so calculated. But like it or not, that's the way the world is. So let's get into this whole high value man thing. Number 1, in order to be a high value man, it starts with money. Again, like it or not, I didn't put the 6-figure thing out there.
Atlanta's becoming the new New York. New York may be becoming the new LA.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
In light of recent elections. But you see there on the screen, this is Kevin's work. Money, right on the nose. 10K per month in Atlanta. We'll just say Atlanta, because we got so many people moved from so many different parts of the country here to Atlanta, the Atlanta metro, the outskirts and all that. Atlanta prices are going up in rent. New York prices going up, LA. So again, $10,000 may not get you that, that thing in New York. It may not get you that in LA. But I think you'll do all right in Atlanta. I think you'll do all right in Charlotte. I think you'll do right in some of our mid-sized cities. Columbus, Georgia, Macon, Georgia, Augusta, Georgia, Savannah, Georgia. You're definitely good out there. So it doesn't lock you into a certain space. But this is your baseline. And nothing's wrong with setting a goal. Let's go ahead and get over. I'm going to pause it right here. We're going to go ahead and read this. I'm only going to read the first paragraph of each point. So right here we have the high value man explained. And as I just said, Obsidian also put it in the book. Number 1, this is chapter 1. The high value man defined and explained. Of all things Kevin discussed on his live shows on YouTube and Instagram, perhaps the most controversial, misconstrued, misunderstood, and misrepresented will have to be his take on high value men. I'm only going to read a little bit more on this part. I say his take because he noted himself in a YouTube video, we just saw it, that specifically and concisely addresses the matter. Kevin made it crystal clear that he did not invent or otherwise come up with the idea of a high value man. Contrary to what his haters have and continue to say to this day, Kevin was well self-aware and would be the first to openly admit that he was no great innovator. Rather, he was merely bringing the light ideas, concepts, and truths that have been with humanity as long as humanity has been around itself to a Black American audience.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Speaking of which, that Allahu Akbar drop, that was my subtle shout out to Sidian when he got booted off of YouTube, because that's his drop. But I took it and started running with it, and nobody else did it. I just wanted to shout the brother out while he was over on Rumble. I'm glad he made it back over to YouTube, but Obsidian, I'm not getting rid of that drop, bro.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
If you hear one of mine that you like, you can go ahead and steal. I'm not letting go of that Allahu Akbar, bro. Let's go ahead and slide over to the standards. Hold on, let me move this out the way. Move that camera out the way, and then I'm going to move me out the way. We're not going to read this whole page. We're just going to go down the list real quick. Right here, I think you guys should be able to see my cursor. Let me know in the chat if you can or cannot. But we're just going to roll. Number 1, what Kevin just said, money. Minimum of $10,000 US dollars a month or 120,000 USD a year. Number 2, length of time. The above money has to be earned. You see how it starts out with a foundation? The above money has to be earned for a minimum of 3 to 5 years. Group acceptance. One has to be known, respected, and accepted by other high-value men into the fold. A network. One has to be part of a network, a kind of fraternity of high-value men. 3 and 4 kind of go together, but it's different between, okay, I know that guy, but we really don't hang out with him. We don't have no business. This is when the network portion goes in. I know those kind of read the same, but that's where the network portion comes in, when you're actually dealing with people of that caliber. Number 5, visibility. One has to be well known, or as Kevin put it, LinkedIn level. People should be able to easily look you up online and know what you do. Number 6, usefulness to the group. Going back to 3 and 4. One has to be useful to others in the network and to the world at large, which extends beyond mere money alone. Influence, contacts, and personal skills also come into play. Gonna go back to the video with Kevin, let him finish cooking on number 1. Let me go ahead and set that up though while we're over here. That's the length of time. I don't want that one. So we'll pick back up on money next.
He's been with us since the mid 80s, and like it or not, that's where this whole thing starts. You can't be high value and homeless, so you have to make a certain amount of money, and the line is roughly at $10,000 a month adjusted for Atlanta dollars. If you live in San Francisco, LA, New York City, where the cost of living is higher than 100%, you need to adjust it. So $10,000 a month gets the starting point off for high value. Don't shoot the messenger. I'm just giving you what the world gave me. Number two, that money needs to be made over a length of time, i.e. performance. And that's roughly about 5 years. And about the 3-year mark, you're kind of starting to scratch the surface. Why does it need to be 5 years? Well, because guys, it's a matter of consistency and stability. Look in the NFL, the NBA, anybody can have a great season, but having a great season does not automatically mean you're going to the Hall of Fame.
A great career.
They want to see
I'm gonna pause it right there because he rolled right into the length of the time. Like he said, it's consistency, bro. You see everybody's clamoring over LeBron playing almost 20 years. I was watching, salute to my Knicks.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Salute to the New York Knicks. But I was watching the game the other night when we were playing the T-Wolves. You know who was in the game for the T-Wolves? And it was a really good game. The Knicks ended up pulling it out, pulling away. But you know who was at the end of the game? I mean, in the game for the Timberwolves? Fucking Mike Conley. You know how those that know basketball, he's been doing it at the highest level of basketball for 19 years. And people act like this man don't exist because he's not this superstar or his teams aren't just running through the playoffs. And they've been doing okay in the playoffs. You know, they've taken their losses. But this brother is a 19-year veteran. That's some consistency for your ass. Chris Paul, another one. So what Kevin is talking about, at least 3 years, that's when you really settled in. Because that first year, you're what? A rookie, a freshman. You don't know what you don't know. You may not even get a chance to exercise that six figures. Because you got to make sure you got double the 6 figures when you want to spend something. Appreciate that, son Moses. You might want to make sure you can exercise that 6 figures. So you can't do nothing that first year because you got to hold on to that bitch. This the first time you done had 6 figures. Now the second year come. That's your sophomore year. Maybe you get a little bit excited because you've made the 6 figures after last year. Okay, I'm good now. But we've all heard of the sophomore slump. A little bit of burnout. A little bit of, okay, which way do I pivot? Now that I have the money. Because before I just made it. Now I got it. I know I'm solid in that. Which way do I go when I invest? What business do I open? How do I expand this? How do I make sure I don't lose this 6 figures or 2 and fuck up my family legacy? So you might hit that sophomore slump. By your junior year, that 3rd year, all right, I'm good. I kind of got my foot in now. I know what I'm doing. I've made those mistakes. I've had to go back, use some of my 6 figures to correct those mistakes. So now your 3rd year, you really got your foot in. You're good to go. Now you're off to the races. Then, of course, between 3 and 5 years is 4. So 4 year, that's your senior year. Now you know that you know what you're doing. In 5 years, you done mastered it. So that means you could lose that shit all, but you still turn around in year 6 and make another 6 figures.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Remember all that shit they talked about Trump, even before he was president the first time? Well, he's gone bankrupt 13 times. That means he bounced back 13 times. He learned the game. He played it. Be mad if you want to. He went bankrupt X amount of times. That means he bounced back X amount of times. He learned the game. Use that 3-year to 5-year window of those 6 figures and learn the game. Let's go ahead and get to some more reading. Let me go ahead and get some Moses super chat. I appreciate the 5 spot. He says, salute Kofa and chat. I appreciate you being in here, good brother. Let me see. Get a couple of comments while we're here. Jose says, at least 10 grand a month. Then you got to make that money work for you. Like I just said, we online. We in line, Jose. BT with the disrespect. He says, F the Knicks.
No.
He comes back and says, Mike Conley been in the league for a minute, bro. 19 years, dog. 19 years. Jose says, Jose says, even the first couple of years, you get underpaid. I learned that. I learned playing baseball from Cuba. Indeed, bro. Because they're not just going to dump like a high. They're not going to dump six figures of 900,000 on you like that in the business world. I'm not talking about basketball and football now. But they're not just going to drop that on you like that. You might start out with the 120 and then got to build your way up. Malika says, talent is never enough. The grind, consistency, hard work, and focus bring success. Even though we're talking cloud computing in my cloud computer course with Theo, we always say go get the reps in. We talk about the cloud and exercise in gym format and practicing certain things on the computer because, again, you can mess something up. That's why we had that outage a couple of weeks ago because somebody on the back end messed something up. And it was being in class, it was something so simple, but it's something that's so simple to miss, but you shouldn't miss it. But that's where the arrogance and confidence, the overconfidence comes in of you just clicking shit and they miss something and it fucked up a lot of industries. But again, that's maybe for tech night or nerd night or something like that. But again, the talent's never enough. You're going to have to put in the reps. Jose says, look for the seven figures. If you can stack 10, you can stack 100.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Indeed. Let's go ahead and get back to the book. The Gospel of St. Kevin, written by brother Mumia Obsidian Ali. I'm going to read this bottom portion first. So we're right here, money, what he just talked about. I'm just going to read the first paragraph. First, and contrary to the opinion of many black men and some black women online and elsewhere, there is no such thing as a high-powered brother who is broke. Yes, Jesus the Christ was an itinerant carpenter, but he was notable. He was the notable exception that proves the rule. For the rest of us mere mortals, your value as a man very much tied to your bank balance and similar financial assets and holdings, all contributing to your net worth. As Jay-Z rightly observed, and I paraphrase, you cannot help the poor if you're one of them. The $10,000 a month figure Kevin cited, let me slide myself over. The $10,000 a month figure Kevin cited was a guide, not a straitjacket or an ironclad rule to be set in stone. Indeed, he made the point in the video in question that this number can and will have to be adjusted depending on where you're living in the country, along with other factors. But the point he was making here is that high-value men have much higher than average salaries or otherwise have much higher than average earnings. I'm gonna slide over since he already wrote on number 2 on the video. We're just gonna keep this lock and step. Length of time. I'm gonna slide this camera over. Let me see. I might just be able to slide it up. So bam, there we go. All right, length of time, since Kevin's already on that portion. Length of time. This is one of the other points on Kevin's list that is often brought up by his detractors to prove that he failed to live up to his own standards. And by this, it is meant that Kevin became internet famous and by extension quite well off towards the end of his life. He wasn't that for an unspecified number of years prior to his YouTube fame. So his critics would say, so therefore and somehow, this point about needing to make a certain amount of money for a certain amount of time is null and void, only in their dreams. The truth of the matter was that Kevin's point here of making said $10,000 a month up to a minimum of 3 to 5 years or more is because in order to be a high value man, you have to have a degree of stability. As Kevin pointed out himself, any man could be a one-hit wonder and have a banner year. Let me bring this over. So I'm right in here, y'all. I don't know if y'all trying to make sure y'all can see it. Those that may have it on the bigger screen. It happens in pro sports all the time. Something one would think black men writ large will usually relate to, given the sheer amount of time so many of them devote to watching it. How many baseball players have a great inning? How many basketball or football players have a great season? In the world of music, how many one-hit wonders have come and gone in Black American pop culture? I'm gonna leave it right there. And then we'll get to group acceptance. We're gonna get back to Kevin. Let me check some of y'all comments. But that's what we were just talking about. Let me see. Brother Jose. Hold on, let me bring that video back.
Consistent numbers over a period of time. You know how.
Pause right there and get your comments. Jose says champions are made when nobody's looking. Always remember that. Jose cooking tonight, y'all.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
My old man always taught me, out of every dollar you make, who's there? Look around who's around you on payday. That's, bro, your pops was a wise man, man. Shout out to Daddy Jose. Shout out to Poppy Jose. Shout out to him. Jose came back with it. He says, you got to put away at least 25%. That money doesn't get touched.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
All right, I'm going to get back to Kevin. Let him keep cooking because Jose on one tonight too. Bam.
How this works, just like I do in business, you can't be a one-hit wonder or have up here and down there. Consistency, performance over a length of time. That's why that 5-year mark is so important. Like I said, around 3 years, you're starting to scratch the surface, but at 5 years, people can pretty much count on you to say, this person understands and knows how to get it done. Number 3 is group acceptance. Like it or not, guys, High Value Men is like a fraternity. It's like a club, a secret society. And high value men know other high value men. They welcome him into the group. They know what it takes to be there. They know what it takes to get in there. And high value men, group acceptance is supremely important. Guys, secret societies, fraternities, organizations have always been with us. And you know how this just works in just general interaction. Guys that just make their own secret society or club, but it doesn't matter as much as somebody says that group is important. Guys, this is about separation. High value men tend to huddle around other high value men for reasons I'm going to go into a little bit later. But group acceptance is another critical component of being a high value man. Why is group acceptance so important? Because
pause it right there. We're going to get to group acceptance in the book. I want to give Kevin his flowers. I want to give Obsidian his flowers because writing a book is not easy. His brother took his time to do it, so I do want to thank him for that and putting what Kevin said into the written word. His idea, his and Kevin's idea. Kevin charged him with it. He held to his promise. He said it took him a while for him to get in that headspace because he lost a friend and they had friction at points. I know those that may be in the red pill manosphere men-centric content space, whether you used to be attached to it, you don't fuck with it no more, whatever the case may be. For those that know O'Shea Duke Jackson, O'Shea just dropped a video and he was discussing some of his issues with Obsidian and Angry Man and how they had issues together and how, you know, that fell into the in Kevin's lap with his blow up because they did start all this. And then Kevin moved light years. So I'm not going to get into that rabbit hole because I don't know none of those brothers personally other than Obsidian. So I'm not going to get into that. But I am going to continue to give that brother's flowers because I don't have no smoke with that brother. Me and him don't have any issues. Group acceptance. So here we go. Oh shit. Might help if I share the damn book, right? Bring it up right here. Bottom right. If you want to read along. Group acceptance. Yet another area of contention for many black men. Because like it or not, we have a perception of not playing well with others. Many of us try to palm our antisocial behavior or otherwise social awkwardness off as being a lone wolf, or more commonly put in certain dark corners of the internet, being a Sigma male. But the simple truth, I feel like I'm in that space, but I know how to move in both. But those are Kofa's philosophies. Take what's useful, add what's uniquely your own. Sprinkle some Kofa on that shit.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Bring it back. We try to pawn off our antisocial behavior or otherwise social awkwardness of being a lone wolf, or more commonly put in certain dark corners of the internet, being a Sigma male. But the simple truth of the matter is that many black men aren't where they could be because of their lack of social and interpersonal skills. This is another manifestation of the cultural quirks of being black and male in our society. The idea of working alone, not needing anyone, and other such nonsense that hinders our advancement, growth, and development on the national and international stage in the 21st century. The truth is that black men do not trust each other, and many of us are envious of each other, and that is why we have so little group cohesion, and by extension, groups to be accepted to in the first place. Boy, Obsidian wrote the fuck out that one, bro. If you see this, just know I'm sending you a text message behind that damn paragraph.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
So with that group acceptance, just heard it from Kevin. I just read from the Book of St. Kevin by Obsidian. Now I'm going to give you my own thoughts and philosophies on this shit. I've been the lone wolf. I've been the Sigma male. A lot of people disagree. There's no scientific fact. Everybody, they say there's no scientific fact that alpha males exist. The guy that came up with the term was studying wolves at the time, and he's come back some 30 plus years later and say, oh, I was wrong. I was on some bullshit. No matter how you slice it, there are brothers that work well by themselves and able to get stuff done, but you can join a group and get things done. And the reason why I lean on the lone wolf and the Sigma male theory is because I know what it's like to be in the group and you be the high value person doing the work. You're the high value man. And when I say high value, I'm not including the money and the years of experience. I'm talking about you're the person that's executing. You came up with the idea, you came up with the how-to, you picked up the phone, you sent the email, you sent the text message, you reached out to somebody else to get something done. But you're inside. It's like being back in high school or college and you have group work. One person's supposed to take notes. This other person is really good at graphic designs. Somebody else is going to actually stand up in front of the teacher and the classroom and give the report about whatever y'all were working on. And there's always that one motherfucker off to the side not doing shit. Or it may be that one person who's in the group, again, doing all the heavy lifting. You have to be able to, a chain is only strong as its weakest link. So you have the group cohesion. You have the network that we're about to get into. What part are you playing? What good are you bringing to the group? And are you only coming to the group because you done fucked your shit up? Because you went left. And everybody needs help. At some point in time, everybody needs a bump. You don't think these white men out here making phone calls, these rich, wealthy white men that we're the boogeyman white man that everybody's afraid of now, including other white people. You don't think they pick up the phone and call their boy over in Arizona because he can't make the meeting? Hey man, I was looking at some property out there. The government shut down. My flight is delayed. I know you were saying you were going out there this week. Can you stay an extra day for me and take this meeting for me? You don't think those phone calls happen? Hey, I like that clerk you had. She took some great notes. Can I borrow her? Hey, that young dude you got on your team, man, leave my nephew, man, that's my nephew. Leave him alone. No, man, I need him in this department. You don't think those phone calls happen? So even in the lone wolf theory, you have to be thinking of a group. You have to be thinking of what's next. Even if you have to burn bridges with others, you need to learn how to build them with others. This is where the conversation me and BT had. Your day twos are just as, if not more important than your day ones. Jose says it all the time. You got to stop hanging with people you got a common past with and start hanging with people you have a common future with. Start looking ahead. But you got to be that next link in the chain that's strong as fuck. So you have to be an individual and own your shit, but you got to be able to be part of a group as well. We're going to, hold on, let me get to these comments and we're going to keep on rolling with Kevin. Jose says consistency, performance. He hit the nail on the head. Indeed. DG in the building. He says, yo, brother Kofa, salute. I didn't get the notification. All good, brother. You here now. Brother Jose says, hang out with people who have I just told y'all, I didn't even read that shit yet. I know my boy. Hang out with people you have a common future, not a common past. You will always lose.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease.
Doc in the building. Dr. Evil Genius, a.k.a. Schooling to Be Better. Appreciate the 5 spot, bro. Let me go ahead and hit you with it. He says, salute Kofa and chat. Have a great stream. Uh-oh. I'm on the replay, Kane, big dog. Appreciate you stopping through, brother. Thank you. BT says, bro, thanks for the shout out with your new short. Me? What did I do? Or was that Schooling to Better? That might be for him. Let me see. Let me keep on going. Trelawney says, oh yes, Kofa. Indeed, bro. Jose says, the man who was putting in work, answer, did they take them for granted? Indeed. The person that was putting in the work, did they take him for answer? They took him for granted. Indeed. Through the fire in the building, he says, I'm here. Salute, good brother. I appreciate you stopping through. We're going to get back to number 4, I believe Kevin was on, and then we're going to get back to the book.
That's the next part, a network. You have to have a network of other high-value men and others. This is another stumbling block for a lot of guys, for a lot of people, because they may have the money, even the length of time. They may look like they fit the group, but if they don't even have any other high-value contacts or network, a group of others, that person is going to be looked at with a side eye. Think of it like this. If you're sitting at the table with 10 high-value men, and each of these 10 men has 50 contacts, that's 500 contacts, and you sit at the table and you have twice as much money as any other man on there, but you have 0 contacts. What can you effectively get done other than throw money at it? These other men can make phone calls, exert influence, move things to get things done, and you can only do what? You can only do what? Offer money and potentially feed off that network of contact. One thing high value men know and understand, that time is what's important, and building a network that actually works for you is extremely important. In some areas, it's called a book of business. A book of business can make you successful here, here, and here. Your contacts, your network is your net worth. You've heard this before, so you cannot underestimate how important having a network of high value men and other people is to your status as a high value man. After the network, we got to have the visibility.
Pause it. We're going to get the network in the book, then I'm going to get to y'all comments. Let me see. How long? Yeah, we can rock out. We got 2 more points to make, but I do want to make sure I read this to y'all because I love the way Kevin put it and I love the way that Obsidian is putting it in the written word. So network, Kevin just finished talking about it. Network, we're right up here, by the way, on the right side of the page, middle. Again, not sure if y'all can see my cursor. I think you can, but we're right there. Network. I won't spend too much time here since it follows up on the above and it's closely related. Kevin was merely making a point that once again, birds of a feather flock together. High-value men know other high-value men and typically work together or are at the very least cordial with each other for the most part. In Black America, however, this is often stymied, suppressed, or outright disrupted due to our warped perceptions of power and how it works. Like romantic relationships, relationships in business, politics, and other human endeavors can and will determine the trajectory of one's well-being and the success of or deciding the lack thereof. Far too many Black men poo-poo the power of social networks, often to their great detriment. Just like insecurities and unresolved personal issues can hamper and even destroy a romantic relationship. Being antisocial, envious, petty, or not knowing what to say or how to say it, Kofa's working on that, can hamper or even destroy significant business relationships. Being a high-value man is contingent on the degree to which you are able to network well with others and be part of one or more such networks. Bring it back on me. Oh, wrong page. Bring it back on me. There we go. We just touched on it. You got to be able to not necessarily get along with these guys. Because again, I'm gonna give you a point from the military. I've worked with several military officers, white, black, otherwise. Some have aspirations of going into business. Some want to go into the civilian side of the federal government and, you know, either walk into a high-end job or be able to, you know, be mid-tier and then go up. Some have political aspirations. When we're talking about a network, Obsidian alluded to it in his writing in the book. We should get along, at least be cordial to each other, but that don't mean you have to like each other. I've seen white, black, Latino, Asian people that other officers, high-ranking sergeants, I'm just using because I know y'all civilians, high-ranking sergeants that other people of the same rank can't fucking stand. I've seen things go down where they've helped the person that they couldn't stand. I can't stand that motherfucker. But they are trying to screw that guy over. I'm not going to let them do that. I've watched these motherfuckers shake hands, knowing what one has said about the other, knowing what the other has said about the other person's wife. It's not all about rainbows and candy all the time, gentlemen. Sometimes just almost as important as knowing when to say something and how to say something is knowing when to shut the fuck up. You might have to take that L. You might have to take that L as a lesson. You might have to eat shit. You might have to eat crow. Somebody above you or somebody that has a little bit more pull than you. But guess what? If that's going to be your stepping stone to the next thing, sometimes you got to shut the fuck up. You may not need to be heard. You may want to be heard. That might be the time to lay back in the cut and start fucking planning. Cool. I know what his finances look like. I know what his look like. That motherfucker going through a divorce, he finna lose half his shit. Start using some strategy instead of trying to bully everything like we've been taught in our community so much. A lot of the business that we think about is taking corners. Like The Wire or any other, you know, drug show you could think of, or just drugs period in our community. A lot of our business is done through dope or in the mindset of dope. Kicking in doors, strong arm and shit, lying, conniving, finessing. Learning how to do actual business is a skill in and of itself. But a lot of people in our community will try to shame you and tell you you're acting white. I don't got to worry about going to jail. Only time we see a lot of these white dudes going to jail because of what? White collar crimes. And they still pay a hefty ass fine. And somehow, some way, they didn't learn how to hide the money and come out. Not telling you to learn to do business to do white collar crimes, but learn how to do business with each other or other groups. We love calling people sellouts when they're able to take from our culture what not to do.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Then they move over to another culture and are able to actually do business with those people. We hear black men and black women alike complain about it all the time. I'm the only black person in the rooms that I step in. We hear it all the time. Let's go ahead and get back to the video with Kevin. Then I'll get to y'all comments. Well, hold on, let me see. Make sure I didn't miss anything. Okay, I thought I saw Theo. Yep. Commander Coop in the building. He says, pair character flying in the air with a red cape and smile on his face. I appreciate you, good brother, for the 10 spot.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
Let me see what I'm gonna hit you with. Damn it. Wrong one. Let's see if this one worked. Oh, I know this one worked.
Give me your fucking money!
Did that come up on the screen? Might have to hit you with it again. Back on me. I appreciate that, bro. Let me keep on going. Jose says Kevin Samuels was correct. Context make a big difference. That's how you make big money. Full drinking in the building. He says, yo, salute to you, good brother. Malika says, very true. Del Monte says, sheesh, I'm behind the bullet. Many of us are, bro. And it's okay. That's why I'm doing this live. I don't think you were in here in the beginning. Let me reiterate, because I know some more people came in. I am doing this live or redoing this live or replaying this video with Kevin Samuels talking about the high value man to add clarity, because I constantly hear men fuck it up. I hear women fuck it up. I just got a weird text. I constantly hear brothers say, man, it's the money, man. Everybody's on the money. Again, that tells me you have not grew up out of this nigga mind state. And I'm saying that across all races. Money, 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 money. You don't even know how to exercise the money. And then again, like I've said, with black culture specifically, we talk about money. Other cultures are talking about finance. There's a fucking difference. The things that Kevin Samuels was talking about, the things that Obsidian is talking about, there is a difference between just getting the money and then turning right back around to give it away. Think long term. It's okay that we're behind. I'm not like yelling at Del Monte or nothing like that, but I wanted to reiterate why I'm doing the live. TJ, I shouted you out earlier, brother, if you're still in here. I mentioned you and BT because, again, both of y'all I've spoken to both of you guys about all the dick and pussy conversations. We could talk about relationships night in, night out, but I can't remind brothers to shoot towards being a high value man. If I was on here talking about, I got 14 people in here now, which I'm thankful for because I got 30 likes. I know my numbers have gone up and down, and I'm not even a numbers guy to be mad and upset about that on YouTube. But if I was either pandering to women, I have 100 women in this chat right now. If I was on here talking about these regular ass hoes, I have at least 15 more people in here, about 30 some people in here watching right now. But I'm talking about brothers getting better, black men in particular, everybody else across the board at the same time. You have a right to do this, gentlemen. You have a right. You should have the fucking audacity to say, I'm going to be a high value man, or I've already reached this mark. That's why the money is a foundational piece. Can you do the rest of it? The money just gets you in the door. I know a couple of guys that make well into the six figures, but they don't have a network. They get paid well on their jobs, or they have X amount from what's the family shit called? I'm drawing a blank. Not the wills, but trust funds. They're good, but they don't like people. Their words, not mine. And I get it. I'm not crazy about people either. That's why I be in the garage smoking all the time. But they don't have that network, nor do they want it. So it's not all about the money. The money's just the foundational piece. If you're not even thinking past the six figures, you're not ready to be high value. You may have been him. You may have been on that way, and you might just stay stuck there. You might be him, H-I-M. Like I explained with y'all what we're going to do Saturday, higher evolved man, H-E-M. You've already been him. Now it's time to be the next him, then the high value. It's a growth process. It's okay to set goals. I think I made a post earlier today. Some of y'all may have saw it on YouTube. I said women can say that they're high, can flat out say they're high maintenance. But a man isn't supposed to set a goal of being high value. So in short, women can prostitute themselves, but I'm wrong for setting a goal. Let go a lot of this bullshit, bro, that our community says. The negative self-talk. You can do this. You can do this shit, dog. But you have to want to. Some people just want the six figures and chill. Cool, God bless. I don't have no problem with that. Some of us want more. So again, I'm redoing this live, even though some of us You're not by yourself, bro. You're not by yourself. I wouldn't even say you're behind. You're probably right on time and don't realize. And if you are a little bit behind, again, I believe in a silver lining. If you are behind, you're behind and you realize it. And you're catching at the right time to go ahead and either catch up or get ahead. You may not be behind and you don't realize that you're not behind. You think you are, but you're really not. You're right on time. The average millionaire, I don't think they hit their first million until 40 to 49. And then you still don't reach your peak of financial success on average, I know we don't like that word, on average, till you're about 55. 5 years before the average retirement age. So a lot of us got a lot of space to work with, but it's go time. That's why I keep having these conversations. Let me keep on going. Let me see where we at. Jose says you're correct. 100 and you know you're going to lose. You still try to help them. I tried being a nice guy, no more. Jose says walk away. Coop says it's a lot more than just money.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Let me see. Del Monte says on the same squad of the platoon, NCO was on some bullshit until we deployed. Then the cheesing start. Not sure what you. Oh, you talking about how they fuck each other over? Yeah, they do. A lot of people don't like each other, but I've seen those officers still look out for each other. Let me see. Jose says, you know you make money. You know when you make money, that's an extra job.
Knocks down another 3-ball. This guy is hotter than fish grease here.
Wilt in the building says Boston tapping in, man. Y'all go ahead and talk to that boy Jaylen Brown and get him some new. I don't know. He need to do something with that hair, man, because that hair dye on these jerseys ain't getting it. Salute to you, good brother. Appreciate you, brother, being in here. Brother Kill Hall in the building. He says, brother Kofa, salute to you, good brother. Appreciate you. Demadi says, I'm in the garage now. Talonia says, supporting great content with the 5 spot. I appreciate you, good brother. Brother Malika says, relationships, dick and pussy, and fast money are short-term, instant gratification conversations. Networking, investing, education, reinvention, and creating a legacy is long-term conversations.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease.
Indeed, good brother. I appreciate you, Talonia. Let me see. I'm gonna bring back Talonia's 5 spot. I'm gonna hit you with something, bro. Let me see. Let me see. There we go. If it play.
I'm poor right
now. Yeah, you are.
We all gonna make it. Appreciate that 5 spot, bro. Let's go ahead and keep on cooking. Let me get back to Kevin, and because we almost done.
Guys, your income and your position has to be LinkedIn level. Think of it like this. This person says they're the CEO of a Fortune 500 company. This person is head of thoracic surgery at Johns Hopkins. This person is VP of Mergers and Acquisitions at Bank of America. And then someone says, hi, I'm an entrepreneur. 3 of those 4 people, at a glance, we can pretty much estimate who they are, what they do, and their relative importance in the overall socioeconomic structure. The 4th person, more information is needed. There's not enough visibility, not enough transparency. To be a high value man, it needs to be at a glance. Again, your position and your income. Guys, you may have a lot of money, but if it's coming from sketchy areas, no one can kind of understand where it's coming from, that does not give other high value men or even the public any kind of real confidence that you are who you say you are. Again, guys, it's about the market. It's what the world is thinking. They got to know at a glance that you are a high value man. And the 6th part is probably my favorite part, guys. A high value man is useful.
Pause it right now. I'm gonna let this run, and then I'll do 5 and 6 from the book together.
To others and the group. A lot of times you hear people say, I don't want to be used. I don't want to be used. No, I want to be used. Why? Because that means I'm useful. High value men are in demand and useful. Their presence is felt when they're there and their absence is felt when they're gone. That is how you know you're really a high value man. How you can move things, your ability to influence things, and that is your relative usefulness. In economics, it's called utils. How useful are you to the group? Again, there's no high value homeless, neither are there any high value loners. If you have all these resources, all this stuff, but it's all hoarded for your own selfish ends and no one can benefit from your money, your network, or anything you have, how valuable are you to the group, to the world, to other people? That's what this comes down to. High value men are in demand and useful to other people. As I said at the beginning, high value is all the rage, all the buzz right now. I didn't make it, but I want to clarify what I mean when I'm talking about it. The 6 basic principles of being a high value man, and that by no means is the end of it. Each individual person, after that 6 basic things there, they maybe put other things on top of it. They may have religious concerns, personal motivations, but those 6 core things need to be there. Look at it this way. High value has been with us forever. There's always been a ranking system, irrespective of race, culture, period of time. You will see higher value men, higher value individuals separate or be separated from the pack. That is how this works.
Oh, got to pause for the call. Sis snuck in. What's going on, Chan?
You go, girl.
I appreciate you being in here, good sis. I'm glad everything all right. Apparently you got power back.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
God bless Jamaica and everybody down there, praying for peace and a speedy recovery. I'll be sending something down there. I don't know what. I might have to hit you up. I'll hit you up on IG because I don't know which one of these scamming ass organizations talking about sending aid and help to certain places in Jamaica to trust. So I'm gonna hit you up on IG, sis, but I'm glad you're in here. I appreciate you being in here. I'm gonna let Kevin finish out, then we'll read the last 2 of the book, then I'll give you my closing thoughts.
You don't have to like it, but you do need to accept it. High value men understand that the world is a competitive place. All's fair in love and war, right? And high value does 2 things for men. It gives you more options and it gives you an opportunity to get more favorable outcomes. If you want more options or more favorable outcomes, you need to increase your overall value. And that principle is pretty well understood everywhere except when it comes to us. It gets personal, it gets hard, it gets difficult. And some of us don't like to reduce human beings to things that are so seemingly cold and calculated. But like it or not, that is what it is.
Bring it back on me. Like it or not.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Like it or not, it is what it is. Now, I know we did a little bit of back and forth last time with when Quiet Storm was in the chat and I was saying average. He was like, no, we're not average, we're elite. I get it. When I'm thinking average, anybody can be touched. That's Kofa's streetism. Anybody can get it at any given time. A lot of people act like they don't have access to certain people or certain people don't have access to them, and they really do. I've sat next to millionaires in cigar lounges. So your money isn't the end all be all, gentlemen. Let's go ahead and get to this. Let me get to Malika's comment. I wanted to read it out loud. He says, funny thing about success, everyone likes the finished product, but they don't like, understand, or have respect for your growth and struggle to process.
Got it! Hotter than fish grease!
All right, let's get these last 2 out the way that Kevin just mentioned. Visibility, where we at? Bam. I think, there we go. All right, bottom right-hand corner, right here, visibility. Following up on an earlier point above, there is a view among quite a few black men that is preferable to be secretly successful or rich in plain sight. And this is often cited in the context, again, of romantic relationships, though nowhere in Kevin's original video on the topic did he say anything about romantic relationships. Nevertheless, many black men reveal their fixation on them with black women, often to the exclusion of everything else. It's their own topic to discuss, but since this is their focus, let's address this section within the context, shall we? I'm not going to read that part on the romantic relationships. We just spoke on the, go back over, on the visibility. Kevin did a good job of that. Obsidian actually went into a little bit more detail, as you can see here. And then this point right here, usefulness to the group. And then we're going to wrap up. I'm just going to read the first paragraph right here, second column, middle of the page. Usefulness to the group. Finally, we come to one's ability as a high-value man to be useful to the aforementioned group of similar high-value men. Indeed, and as I noted before, such men tend to seek each other out. This is the basis of the classical gentleman's club, not to be confused with the modern-day strip clubs and the like. Fraternities, like many within the Divine Nine and the one Kevin belonged to, Kappa Alpha Psi Incorporated, and so on. Membership is contingent in part on what you're bringing to the table, and make no mistake about it, if you want to be part of these various groups and associations of other high-value men, you will have to bring something of value to the table, and you will be called upon to deliver the goods too.
Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar! Allahu Akbar!
Bring it back on me. So RP and shout out to Kevin Samuels for his clarity and definition of what he's popularized of the high value man. I remember when he originally did that video and he spoke about it, because he spoke about it in various videos of, you know, talking with the ladies or whoever, even, you know, on the nights that he had men on the show. And people would always give him pushback. Then it became a topic online. So he just did that one short video that I just played where he laid it all out for clarity, and I'm glad he did it. That's what Obsidian was taken from when he wrote this book, the Book of St. Kevin Samuels. So again, appreciate Mumia Obsidian Ali, Brother Obsidian on YouTube, for writing that book. I'm still going through it, but I want to take that high value man part because again, Obsidian knows what he's doing. That was the first chapter. We got to get this shit clear. Before we even talk about relationships, let's talk about ourselves as men. What do we need to do? And I asked you guys before on a live, I think I did either a year, maybe 2 ago, did you really listen to Kevin Samuels? Because again, Kevin Samuels said this. He repeated that. I remember this one live, and we all love the brother. I don't think there's any way to show any more love to Kevin than actually executing the things he was talking about. The $2.3 million he used to hit women with, I'm asking you as a man, are you going to have that in retirement? I'm asking myself, am I going to have it? Now I got a goal to work toward. There is a male and a female equivalent to all of this. Don't take any of this red pill conversation, men-centric, manosphere content, whatever you want to call it, passport role. Don't take that and just beat down on women about it. Because trust me, y'all know I hold their ass accountable. Me and my homegirl were going back and forth the other day. Had some banter back and forth on IG and Facebook the other day. I hold them accountable all day. I don't pull punches because they're women. But with men, don't spend so much time talking shit to that dizzy ass bitch. And you not handling your shit. Don't you go broke like she is. You want to talk shit about her? You need to be 4, 5, 6. You need to be 10 light years ahead of where the fuck she at. So again, what are you going to do as a man? This is a foundational piece of becoming a high value man. Now you got the parameters. I might have to do it again. That's fine. When it's my shit, whenever I get an inkling to, and I want to talk about this conversation with high value men, that's what I'm going to do. Because sometimes I need to jolt myself and remind myself live on camera. So when I get on the phone with BT, he reminds me, hey bro, remember when you said? When Malika see me in somebody else chat, he say, hey bro, remember when you said? That's starting to build a network. That's connectivity you have. It's not always about business. Sometimes you need brothers to recalibrate your ass. Because you starting to slip. And nothing's more high value than being fucking self-aware.
Got it! It's hotter than fish grease!
Sprinkle some Kofa on it. You gotta be aware. I'll add in number 7. That'll be my number 7, Kevin. You gotta be self-aware. Just like Del Monte mentioned, hey man, I'm behind. Okay, if you are, now you got a starting point. You might think you're behind. I've done it in the last couple of years where I thought I was behind and I really did a comparison contrast to how much I was actually making compared to the average, not just black man. Hold on, let me close this. But the average man in America, Kofa's doing all right. I've been blessed. It sucks. It sucks being at home. For those of y'all that do know, I'm a federal worker, so I am furloughed and got paid in going on a month and a half now. But again, the work that I did before, we're gonna talk about that on Saturday. You already been him. The work I was doing before that everybody was clowning me about is what got me good right now. So do the work now, bro. If you think you're behind, really take a look. If you realize you are, you know what you know the goals are set, and start making those steps to get where you need to be and potentially get ahead. You think you're behind, start looking at why you think you're behind, and you're probably going to realize, oh, you're right on time. If you're right on time, now you can start setting goals and thinking of how can I get ahead. I'm going to keep that silver lining. You're going to keep moving forward, bro. Let me get to these last comments before we get up out of here. Del Monte says, I can't super chat for some reason. I don't know, bro. Somebody else was trying to leave me like a super thanks one time on one of my comments, and it wouldn't do it. I don't know. Jose says, Jamaica, Haiti, and Cuba got lit up. I can't even send money to my family in Cuba. Damn. No. Blessings for them too, bro. I didn't even realize. I know it went directly through Jamaica, but I didn't know it hit Cuba like that either. Like, God bless, bro. BT says, press 1 if Kofa should do Kevin Samuels bass live streams once a month. One. Maybe. I might, bro. That's a good idea. I appreciate it. Del Monte says, nah, don't stay arguing over women. Still want a woman. Bro, you be confusing the fuck out of me with them damn question marks in the wrong place. I ain't gonna lie. Jose says, you're correct, on point. I will never argue building or a fighting over a woman. It's her choice. Let me keep on going. Salute there, Reaper. I appreciate you being in the building, bro. But again, I wanted to do this live again because we can have these conversations night in, night out. Want to make sure I got all the super chats. BT, got Theo, got Thelonious. Yep. All right, cool. Could we have these relationship conversations night in, night out, man? Brother, you guys have to start looking at doing better for yourself. What Kevin is talking about, having a network, what Obsidian was talking about, being in a fraternity. Y'all done seen me wear it before. That square and that compass back there, that proclamation. Yeah, I joined the oldest fraternity in the world. I'm not Greek. I'm not HBCU. The oldest fraternity in the fucking world. I always got a brother wherever the fuck I go. Whether I know him or not. Whether he know me or not. I don't talk about it often, but it's up there. Making those strides to make those connections. People are going to say, oh, Kofi, you joined the Illuminati and all that shit. Bro, I take all the jokes. Whatever you want to say. But I know the path I'm on. I know the path I'm trying to set for my son. So again, you got the money, the length of time, the network, what we say, the group acceptance, the network from the group acceptance. Let me get back. We're going to bring it all up again. I'm going to share this one more time. Oh, no, I can't. Y'all help me out. Lay them 6. The next, hold on. I want to bring them back up on the screen again. You know, it was the money, the length of time, the group acceptance, the network, the usefulness to the group. I know I'm missing 2. Where we at? Hold on, what we let me see. Big Boy says, okay, I finally caught, hold on, another screen popped up, damn it. Hold on, I'm gonna get to y'all comments. Come on, computer. Spinning. Spinning. There. I want to make sure I bring this up one more time before we close tonight. Damn it, thing. Did I bring it up? I lost it, y'all. No, there we go. All right, my fault. Thank y'all for staying with me. Damn. Share. All right, cool. No struggle stream, just click the wrong button. Bring me back over here. So again, things we went over tonight from Kevin's High Value Man Talk is the money, the length of time, the group acceptance, network, visibility. That was the other one I was looking for. And the usefulness to the group. So again, we're going to run through it one more time. Money, minimum 100K USD or 120,000 a year. Of course, adjust for where you live at or whatever certain circumstances there are. Length of time. The above money has to be earned for a minimum of 3 to 5 years. We're talking consistency here. People are assured that you know what you're doing as far as business is concerned. Group acceptance. One has to be known, respected, and accepted by other high-value men in the fold. Number 4, network. One has to be part of a network, a kind of fraternity, or high-value men. 5, visibility. One has to be well-known, or as Kevin would put it, LinkedIn level. People should be able to easily look you up online and know what you do. Number 6, usefulness to the group. One has to be useful to others in the network and to the world at large, which extends beyond mere money alone. Influence, contacts, and personal skills also come into play. So again, I wanted to have that discussion tonight because it's a lot of men and women still confusing what Kevin was talking about. So we have to set clarity on the work that this brother put in. And I brought up the book of St. Kevin Samuels by Mumia Obsidian Ali. So y'all make sure y'all go online to blackmanosphere.com and get that, or hit up Obsidian, go to his email and ask him how you can get the book. He'll ship it to you. But we got the video from Kevin himself. We got the written word from Obsidian tonight, and then of course sprinkle some Kofa on it. I think I did an okay job of adding on because again, we got to keep having this conversation. We can keep talking relationships. We can keep talking this. Mitch says, what I missed? Nothing. We just ran down the list again, sis. Appreciate you being in here. I know you was live too. I had to dip out and come over here. Messi says, damn, ain't take you no time. Oh, he ran over. I appreciate it, boy. Big boy said, okay, I finally caught a live. Salute, good brother.
Hand down, man down. Mama, there goes that man.
Sister Messi says, shout out to Kofa and the chat.
You go, girl.
Look, indeed, brother. Indeed. Keep on going. Let me see. Y'all talking. 3. Let's keep on going. Let's see. Jose says, you come to Miami, I guarantee you will be treated 100. Bro, I hate I missed you when I was down in Miami for the conclave, bro. I got so busy in building with the other brothers. Oh, my bad. I was thinking 3rd. My bad. Big boy, AFM. my bad. Tornadoes, yeah. Sprinkle some Kofa on it. But yeah, Jose, I hate I missed you, bro. I hate I missed you. Let me see. Tornadoes, yeah, bro. I had to sprinkle my own stuff on it tonight, bro. True Level 595, bro, here in Atlanta, Georgia. You can look us up. Where you at, big boy? You know what, bro? Go to my channel and hit me up in the email. We'll exchange numbers. We'll chop it up. But yeah, y'all done seen me wear my square and compass before. See my proclamation up there. See, I just added something just to fuck with people to say I joined the Illuminati, a little statue back there. I'm gonna have some different lights, but keep it quiet. Anywho, you don't necessarily have to join a fraternity or sorority or whatever to be high value. Do we want to talk about high value women? We'll discuss that another time, argue about that. We don't care. We're talking about high value men, because we could talk about high maintenance women all the time. But high value men, you don't necessarily have to join a fraternity to be part. But again, it's that mindset of brotherhood, of network, of building and working together. Again, I give the Army officer example. I know plenty of those officers don't like each other, bro. But they're going to look out because they got a similar rank. Or they done already been where somebody's trying to get to. So, Saturday, we'll be back. I'm still trying to play with the time because Bama plays at 7:30 on Saturday. So, I'm thinking I'm probably going to go about 5 or 6. Might just go ahead and shoot for 5:30. About 5:30 or 6 o'clock on Saturday for the Him Live. So, Him, again, told brothers, you've already been him. The hell you done been through before that divorce, that breakup, that baby daddyism, stepdaddyhood, you done already been him. You done already took care of everybody else, bro. Now it's time for you to be a different version of him. And that's HEM, a higher evolved man. That's why I want brothers to get to. That's why I actually started up here with the high value man conversation. Now I'm gonna bring it down to where a lot of us are. I know we don't like the word average, but most of us are. Even if you're making money above average, you still have to have the network. We just went through all 6. That's why I wanted to clarify that shit first before brothers start slapping my hand because I used the word average or day-to-day brother. So we'll talk again on Saturday. Yep, roll tide, brother. Hey, man. Hey, I got to watch that game, bro. Appreciate that, brother Malik. It means a lot coming from you, bro. It really, really does, bro. He says, great show, good brother. I appreciate it. Jose, you was cooking tonight, brother. Appreciate you being in the chat. Appreciate everybody that slid over from Michonne's live coming toward the end. Go back and watch the replay. It's all good. We YouTube co-workers, we YouTube family. We rock with each other. You might be over with full drinking, half thinking. You might be over there with Michonne. You might be over there with BT. Come back, see mine. When y'all going live and it's overlapping, I have 2 people's channel up. I just open up different tabs on my computer. I just let them all run. I might mute one for about 10 minutes and let the other one run, hit a couple of comments, come back over to the other one. That's just how Kofa like to show love. So sometimes when I'm hitting y'all with these, I'm about to say Cash App, when I'm hitting you guys with these super chats, I'm in a couple of people's chats. But I appreciate everybody being in here. I will see y'all again. Look out for the thumbnail. I'll have that up either later on tonight or tomorrow, but I'll be back at you Saturday. Once again, I've been your humble host, Kofa, Kofa, not coffee, not Kufu, not Kofi, or any variation thereof. Kofa rhymes with sofa, easy to say, easy to spell. This has been G.R.O.W.T.H Entertainment, where growth stands for gentlemen reaching our wealth through healing, and this is where we help men find a positive fuck it. I appreciate all the monetary donations, Cash App, Super Chat, Super Stickers, PayPal, whatever the case may be. If y'all went through growtalkent.com, snag you some merch. But I appreciate all the likes, all the shares, the comments. Y'all keep me going. I really, really appreciate it. Get ready to cut up out of here. Appreciate that, Michonne. Appreciate that, big boy. I'm getting ready to get up out of here. I'm going to leave you like I always do. I love you. Ain't shit you can do about it. You matter. You're not crazy. Make better choices. Peace.